parents are basically people who should have remained child-free. You know how many times I've told a parent I'm child-free and they go, that's a good decision. More people regret having children than society wants to admit. There's a forum on Reddit called Regretful Parents. It's filled with people who regret being parents but can't tell anyone in their personal life, so they go there to vent. I'm actually glad that they have that space to vent. As a society, we need to stop pressuring people to have children. We need to stop saying things like, when you have children, instead of if you have children. If someone tells you they don't want kids, don't say, oh, you'll change your mind. Stop asking them why they don't want kids when you don't ask people why they want kids.
No, I am not giving you a safe place to talk about how you don't want to be a mother and how that's the biggest regret that you've ever had in your life. Unpopular opinion, but I don't believe everything deserves a safe place. I don't know. Eat me up in the comments. I really don't care. Because to get online, like, I can get you're having these conversations like person to person. Like, y'all don't do like on like your mom on the phone with your auntie being messy conversations no more. Like, y'all instantly bring shit to TikTok, and my heart goes out to those kids when they get older, because as much as y'all think y'all hide the way y'all actually feel, them kids feel how much you don't want to be a mother. I don't care what y'all say. That energy of regret that you have is definitely transferring to your kids. And guess how I know it is? Because y'all are making the videos with the baby in y'all hand. What the fuck? I will never make it a safe place online for you to come and talk about how much you hate motherhood, when, in my opinion, there's lots of ways to terminate and avoid. So all of this I regret being a mother talk, please keep it in the group chat.
Hey guys, welcome back again to the channel. So good to have you. So in today's video, we're talking about regretful parents, okay, and everybody sharing their views on regretful parents, people who get regrets after having kids versus the child-free women, okay. Which of them is better? Is it better to be a regretful parent or to be child-free? Okay. Yeah, so many stitches online, so many people are saying their mind, okay, voicing out their mind, their truth. Let's go here all that they're saying. Please, if you have any contribution, do drop it in the comment section. Let us have what you're saying, and I'll be here to read from you. Please do well to subscribe to my channel if you have not, and also give this video a thumbs up. Let's go see what these people are saying. Then we'll come back and we'll talk more about it.
I think it's really strange to paint people who are child-free or wish to be child-free as the ones who don't like or hate children, where I'll take it a step further and say it's completely weaponized and manipulated, where the people who have children, I'd argue a lot of them don't like their children, did not want children, did not plan for children, are the ones actively neglecting and abusing children. Our systems at large, our education system, our government, our current economic model are the ones exploiting children. Like, I think the narrative of like, oh, people who don't want kids, don't like kids, even say go as far as hate kids, those are not the issues here. Like on like the wickedness and evil and like aggression towards children, they've removed themselves from that whole dynamic. They don't want them, they don't want to be around them, so on and so forth. So it's, how is abuse happening to children? It is by the hands of people who wanted kids, who like kids. It's like this weird weaponization within like the conservative movement of like, oh, like save the children. It's like, you're the same ones that don't care about the children. You're the same ones that believe in corporal punishment, the ones that want to bring religion back into the schools and like hitting kids back in the schools. Like, it's so flipped on its head that people saying like, oh, if you don't have kids, like you have no right to talk about kids. It's no, I have the perfect right to talk about children because I've looked at the situation around me. I've looked at the environment. I've looked at how people act, how people treat not only me, but other children. I've made the decision to not want to bring life into said situation, and you all didn't look around, didn't see that, didn't analyze that, didn't digest that, and still brought people into this mess, and then go, well, why is all this bad stuff happening to children? It's, you didn't think about it beforehand. And like the people that did think about it, people that did do the analysis and came to the conclusion of not to do that, it's like, if anything, those are the ones trying to protect children and like the class of children.
I was watching a video that was talking about like if having kids is worth it and like being a mom is worth it. And I made one video on this before, but I think a part of the bigger conversation that we're missing, as I was like reading the comments, is like people's self-awareness of what their true desires are, and like their willingness to choose those desires over other people's expectations of them. And I say that because one of the comments was talking about how like it's a natural progression, and like we, you know, need families and community to like survive, and like, yes, it's hard, but you should do it anyway. But like those reasons alone are not really enough to sustain you through the stress and anxiety that parenting and motherhood creates, especially in the unfortunate event that you become a single parent. Or maybe you're a single parent by choice. I know that is like a route that a lot of people are taking these days, but like that doesn't sustain you. Like what does sustain you is deep, deep, deep desire, right? And like finding joy in these things. And so like for me, there's another conversation around like if you can ever feel prepared to be a parent or a mother. And people say you're never ready, and I disagree. And I can make a video on that if people care to know my thoughts on it, because I think that I was 112% ready to be a parent. But I also, like, that being said, as stressful as it is, as like much of the weight that I bear as a single parent of like a very large life, like I have a very large home, I have a lot of functioning pieces of my life, career-wise, side jobs and consulting, and my daughter is in multiple activities. I have 4 different types of like home services that I manage and keep up with. But all of that, I would still do it again, knowing I'd be a single mom. And to be clear, I don't say that in like this like boastful way or anything, but just in like, I know myself. I have known for a very long time that I wanted to be a mother and that I could potentially be a single mother. And so as much as I hated school, I got a PhD because I knew it would make me money. And because I knew that the route that I was taking was going to be like very profitable for me. And I knew that if I ever had to be a single mother, I didn't ever want to have to like skimp out on life. And thank God that I have not had to. And I pray that we never do. But like that was my sole driver. Probably because I grew up watching a lot of women, you know, not have that option. But anyways, moral of the story is I knew what I wanted. And so I chose that very deeply. But now that I have a single child, despite having wanted like 4 in the past, I don't want any more. And it would take me knowing that my deepest desire has changed to have another one, because I know that like just, oh, she needs a sibling, like her wanting a sibling, or some man that I love deeply and care deeply for wanting another child, or like wanting a child of their own, is not going to sustain me as a mother. And I tell people all the fucking time, it has nothing to do with like the pregnancy or like even like affording them or anything. My biggest fear now is becoming a single mom to multiple children. Because one child, I prayed for this baby, okay? I wanted her so deeply, and I feel so whole and so complete. But I know that if I had another one, and then that man could die, okay? You don't even have to leave me. That man could die. I would be so resentful. I would be so pissed having to single mother multiple children and be stressed, not having community, not having support, not having enough resources. Like, I figured it out with one, but I have no desire to figure it out with more than one. And so I will not act on other people's desires. And people need to do that more often. Trust yourself. I will also add the caveat that like your desires could change, right? Like under crazy circumstances, I think I could desire more children, right? If I like met a millionaire and he could put, you know, millions of dollars in a trust that guaranteed if he were to leave me or die, like I would not have to work ever again, and I could wholly parent 2 children and afford every single outsourcing of services that I needed, and I could move wherever I needed to in the country, or move any person that I needed to here with me to give me community and support, I get that man a baby. I probably would, but like the odds of that happening are very low. And so I know that. And so I know what my desires are. I know what it would take for me to change my mind. And I move and I operate in that so that I do not resent other people. I do not resent my children. I do not resent my decisions. And that's important. Really explore your desires, y'all.
I'm 29 and childless right now. Majority, if not all of my friends have a kid or 2, or maybe even 3. And I can't lie. Before my friends had kids, I felt like I'd be a mother already. I really did believe that I would have kids mid 20s. After we got married, I was 25. I thought that we would pretty much get married and start to have kids. But as I sort of saw how parenthood unfolded for my friends and how stressful and how much it was, it kept making me push back further and further as to when we wanted to start a family. I'm like, you know what, let's actually live a bit more now, because everybody's soul seems sucked. And it's not like they're not having a great time. Like, they love their kids, they're great parents. It's amazing to see. But truly, like, majority, if not all of my friends have completely changed, and I don't know that they're happier. Obviously, you can't really reverse that shit. Like, you're kind of stuck where you are once you have them. You can't put them back up. Seeing this all unfold really has put into perspective just how much of your life is consumed and how much of yourself you lose when you're a parent. I don't think people were being honest before this generation. I think now people are being more honest about the struggles, and people are showing up online and sharing so much of what was never communicated to people, and everybody sort of just did the damn thing. But now I'm thinking, like, fuck, I really gotta want this. I really have to want this and be willing to give up my entire life, my entire soul, and my entire personality.
I'm a mom of 4 kids, and something I cannot get over is the way that people try to convince women who are child-free by choice that they actually want kids. They'll say things like, oh, no, you say that now, but you'll see, you'll want them, or, oh, just wait, once you fall in love, you're gonna want kids. Doctors will even say, no, ma'am, I can't tie your tubes, you're too young, you're gonna change your mind. As if women don't know what they want for themselves. It is wild, and I often even see it in, like, dating and marriage. Men will date women who say they do not want kids, and then they think they can convince them to have kids, and they spend years trying to tell her that she does want kids. And then if they break her down, if they are successful in doing so and getting her to have children with them, they are then shocked when she doesn't fully enjoy the experience of motherhood. It is crazy to me that women will say what they want, and people will tell them that that just can't possibly be true. That just can't be true. And it's crazy because society tells us that, as a woman in particular, our ultimate job is to be a mother. And so it is really difficult for many women to say, no, I don't want kids. I will never want kids. That is a difficult thing to say in this society, because people then look at you and say, well, then what are you good for? And women and men have value whether or not they have children and a family. You don't need kids to have value in our world. And honestly, as a parent, I always encourage people, like, if you don't think you want kids, definitely don't have them. You cannot go in this halfway. You're all the way in, right? So let's start listening to women. And if they say they don't want kids, believe them. Don't date them. Don't marry them hoping you can change their mind. Don't tell them what to do with their reproductive organs. Just let them live their life. Let them be, please. Because women know what they want. They know what they want, and they are allowed to say that, and they are allowed to stick by that, and we should honor that.
The main reason why people ask you if you regret not being a mother is because they're waiting for you to validate their choice. Most women that regret motherhood are waiting for you to say that you regret not being a mother so that they can feel justified about the choice that they made. That is why every few years they come back to check on you. They want you to validate their choice. And every time they come back and you say you're still child-free, it hurts. It really.
I'm 39 and happily child-free, but every so often I'll wonder, is it true? Like, do you have to have kids to, like, have a life that's worth living? Just, you gotta have so many kids. Like, is it true? And then I found the subreddit, Regretful Parents. And I have learned it is not true. And if you're on the fence about having kids, or if you've decided not to have kids, but occasionally you're like, is this the right decision? Go to that subreddit, because you will learn that there are a shit ton of parents who regret their children.
Wait a minute. Are there people that really regret being parents? I really don't understand. Were you forced into motherhood, or what? Or there was a circumstance? Anyway, anything can happen. That people who might be under some, it can just be a circumstance that happened to them, and yeah. So I understand that, but I don't know. Instead of being a regretful parent, it's better to be child free, because if you're regretful about a child, you kind of see that child as, as an issue. that child being a problem in your life, or the person who is making you not to move forward or prosper and everything, and it will affect the child mentally, emotionally, and otherwise. So it's better to stay child free than, being a regretful parent in the future, right? Yeah, everyone just have to do what is best for them, make the right decisions for themselves. Thank God for all of this content that everywhere right now, and people are beginning to get aware. Okay, self-awareness is the best. Know what you want for your life and all of that. Anyway, guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. I'll be here to read from you. Let me know, do you prefer, like, yeah, let me just know from everything that you've heard everybody say, what do you think that people should do or be aware of, okay, before making decision into motherhood? For me, I just feel that everybody should do what is best for them. All right, thank you so much for watching. Do what to subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up. See you guys, bye.